What's up, Praise Youth? Yes. How's everybody feeling tonight? Are you guys feeling good? We dodged a hurricane. Everyone give it up for dodging a hurricane. Great job, everybody. Listen, my name is Aaron. I get to be the JHigh pastor. This is Praise Youth. JHigh, give it up for yourselves, JHigh. So good. 6th to 8th grade. And if I haven't met you, I hope I get to meet you after service. You're incredible. We're super glad you're here. And every Wednesday, we do this. Every Wednesday, we get together, 6th to 8th graders, up here in this room. We play a song. Hopefully the floor doesn't break whenever we jump around and dance. And then we learn about Jesus. And then we have small groups. We sing some more songs. And then after all that, we go back outside and play 9 Square. So if this is your first time, maybe last week was your first time at the color party. If you came back, we're so excited you're here. Who had fun at the color party last week? Oh! Let's be real. Who still has like blue in their belly button or like their ears and stuff? I had to take like 10 showers. It was great. Here's a pro tip. JHighers, look. Next year, color party, Dawn dish soap, like the blue ones, and a loofah. 5 seconds, it's over. That's how you get the color off. It'll come right off. Or otherwise, you'll be scrubbing forever. So that's a pro tip. Remember that for next year, color party. If you invited one friend this year, invite 5 next year. Incredible. We had an amazing end of our Show Your True Color series. And so we are starting a new series tonight. Everybody say, new series. But before we start, everyone, let me see your journals if you have a journal. Journal time. Journal time. We love taking notes. If you have a phone, that kind of counts, but you're not allowed to text or else I'll know and Jesus will know. Jesus will know if you're texting during service. He'll know if you're playing a game during service. It's going to be awesome. So we're starting a new series. Check this out, everyone. Define the relationship, DTR. And before we go any further, check out this number. 409-292-6696. That's an actual real life number. This whole series, if you have questions about friendships, dating, any of that kind of stuff, any question about relationships, you can text that number, okay? It's a real number. No one will know you sent it except me and Pastor Jimmy. We'll look at them, and then what y'all send in will help us know what to talk about for the series, okay? So that's a real number. So all like the 6 to 8 weeks or however long we're doing this, you can text that number and send in your questions. But tonight, we're starting the series, Define the Relationship, with the one relationship that you all already have. We're not getting to boyfriends and girlfriends yet. That, y'all just wait. Just hold on. We're going to get there. Tonight, we are talking about friends. Who thinks they have the best friends in here? We love our friends. Friends are the best. Who thinks that you are actually like you're personally the best friend to other people? Yeah? You're really good friends? Awesome. Love it. How many of you know, like, if you're with your group of friends, like, you can work together with your group of friends. You can get, like, a lot of stuff done. Like, you can help people. I remember when I was in youth, me and some of my friends, we, like, raised money. And while we were in youth, we helped pay the way for other youth members to go to summer camp and go to winter retreat while we were in youth. Because me and my friends got together and we're like, let's make a difference. Let's help people pay to go to summer camp. So your friends can help you do a lot of awesome stuff. But how many of you know your friends can help you do a lot of dumb stuff too? Yeah. No pointing at your friend that helps you do that, okay? Like whenever I was in school, check this out. When I was in school, one day, I don't know how we got here, but one day we were at recess in like 5th grade or 6th grade or something. We're at recess. We're in the back corner of the playgrounds. We're just chilling, hanging out. We decided, as my friend group, to take apart the fence and dig a hole with the pieces of the fence. We're just back there just dismantling a fence We're just digging to China, right? We're just going as far as we can. Teacher comes out there eventually and is like, what are you doing? We're like, why are you digging a hole with a fence piece? And I'm like, I don't know, actually. I can't explain myself. Like, he made me do it. Like, my friends got me into this. It wasn't very good. And like one time I was growing up, I spent the night at my friend's house. And I don't know about you, but I was raised a good Christian boy where anytime anyone, adult, said anything to me, I would say, yes, sir, no, sir, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, right? Then one fateful day, I went and spent the night at my friend's house. This kid was crazy, right? He was talking to his parents like however he wanted. And I was like, what's happening? But like, I was there for a whole day and a night and then the whole rest of the day. So I got used to it. I was like, maybe this isn't so bad. I went home that night. My mom's cooking dinner. We eat dinner. Afterwards, she's like, Aaron, can you help me clean up the dishes? I said, uh-huh. You should have seen her. Whoop-ah! She whipped that neck around. That wasn't good. It wasn't good. Respect your parents. Have good manners, okay? Respect your parents. This is important because your friends, praise you, your friends can help you do really, really good things. Your friends can help you do really, really not always good things, right? Your friends that you have in your life are super, super important. And tonight we're going to look at this main verse in a book called Proverbs, written by a guy named Solomon, one of the wisest people to ever live. No big deal. God said, hey, Solomon, you can have anything you want in the world. You can have a hover house, a flying car, invisibility, anything you want. And he said, I want wisdom. One of the smartest people ever. And he wrote this book in Proverbs. In verse 26, it says, the righteous choose their friends carefully, but the way of the wicked leads them astray. So I want to focus in on that tonight. It says to choose their friends carefully. And we just talked about how important having friends in your life is. Because how many of you know your friends influence you to do a lot of things, right? Who is in your life is really important, and it affects your life. And I want you to have great friendships. I want you to have the best friendships possible. And so tonight we're going to talk about choosing friends carefully. And there's some really smart people at Harvard. It's like a really cool college. I did not go there. I could have, but I chose not to. The Harvard study of adult development did a study for almost 80 years. That's a long time, right? They studied 724 old dudes. And like every year they would go to these guys and be like, what is your job like? What is your health like? What is your family like? What are your hobbies? They're finding out all this information about these guys. They're trying to find out over a person's entire life what makes you happy. Like how does someone get happy and stay happy? What makes you happy in your life? And they're expecting to be like, oh, all the guys that ended up like CEOs were happy because they're like have the title of CEO. They're the boss. Or they expected to find like all the people that made like over $1 million were happy because they're so rich. Or all the people that lived on the edge of a mountain were the happiest because it's so pretty, right? What they found is none of that mattered. And what they found is the thing that made people the healthiest and the happiest is close relationships. Literally, the friends you have in your life affect how happy you are and how healthy you are. And there's this cool saying that I love to say, that's a very popular saying, but it's so true. It says, show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. If you show me your friends, I'll show you your future. It's like if you came up here, don't come up here right now, but if you came up here right now, and I could watch you and your friends like live a week of your life, see what you did, how you acted, I could be like, I know how your life's going to go because I can see who your friends are. Because if you show me your friends, I'll show you your future. The close friends you have in your life are extremely important, and they affect your life more than you even realize. That's why tonight we're trying to learn about how we can, like I said in Proverbs, choose our friends carefully because your friends impact your life. So my question to you tonight, Praise Youth, who is influencing your life? Who are your friends? You don't have to say it out loud, but you can think in your head. Who are your close friends? Because even if you don't realize it, they are influencing your life. And you might have big dreams to get TikTok famous, or be a YouTuber, or a Twitch streamer, or like a fashion designer. You might have all these dreams in your life. But the thing that's going to affect your life the most is who your friends are. Because when you choose your friends, Praise Youth, like right now, you're in JHigh. You're in a stage of your life where you're choosing your friends. You're choosing who you're hanging out with, who you're spending time with. You're choosing your friends. And as you choose your friends, you don't realize that, but you're also choosing your future. Because check this out. Your friends equal your future. Your friends equal your future. And I believe in you. I care about you. I care about your future. So tonight we're talking about choosing friends carefully. We're going to use this model that I'm about to put on the screens because your friends equal your future. So throw this up here. Look at this big circle. Check this out. Wow. A big circle and a not so big circle. Looks like a Pokeball. Pokeball. Pokemon. So check this out, Praise Youth. Your friends impact your life more than you realize. When you choose your friends, you're choosing your future. So this is you. This is your life. You are right here. I'm not touching the screen, Will. This is you right here in the middle. And all these people are who affect your life. And the farther out you get, the less they affect your life. The closer in they are, the more they affect your life. It's like outside this big circle, all these people over here, all around, these are like the people that you see at school once and you never see again. And you're like, I passed them on the subway. We don't have subways. Like you see them on the bus maybe. So you're like random casual friends, right, that you know. And then you have like your actual friends. These are the people that you hang out with, you spend time with, you go swim at their house, you play Call of Duty with them, you go get manicures and pedicures with them, whatever girls do. I don't know what girls do. You go shopping with them. But check this out, Praise Youth. Once you get in the middle, this is what I want to focus on. You have your core friends at the very, very middle of this circle. And this is what I want to talk about tonight, because all of you have a core group of friends in your life, probably 2 to 4 people in your life, that are ultimately shaping what you are becoming, who you are becoming. And so tonight, my question is, who's influencing your life? So who is in this circle in your life? Who is in your friend circle? You just think to yourself, you don't have to tell your neighbor. Who is in your friend's circle that's influencing your life? And even more important than that, who is in your core circle? Because these people are the people that are going to affect your life more than anything else you do. These people are so important and so impactful in your life. And it's crazy because if you think about it, like Jesus even had a circle like that, circles like this in his life. Obviously, Jesus came to the earth. He died for our sins, paid for our sins that we couldn't pay for. Like you messed up, I messed up, we all made mistakes. There was sin in our lives. There was a payment that we had to pay to get rid of those sins, but we couldn't pay it because we kept messing up and we kept sinning. But Jesus came to earth to pay for those sins. He lived a perfect life that none of us could live. And then he willingly chose to die on a cross for your sins and for my sins. But he didn't just die on the cross. He came back to life 3 days later. And he was like, you know how everyone used to be scared of death, and like death was the reigning champ? I'm undefeated. I just beat death and hell and the grave. I'm the king. I'm the way, the truth, and the life. I paid for your sins when no one else could. And he came to earth, and he had all the people on the earth that he loves, that he cares about. Jesus had friends in this circle. Jesus had 12 disciples that he hung out with all the time, his bros. He traveled with them. He taught lessons and changed people's lives with them. He hung out with them, did everyday life. But did you know even Jesus had a core group of friends? Jesus had a core group that he had in special moments. He would invite them to come in with him. He had Peter, James, and John that were his core friends. And so tonight, I want you to get thinking about who is in this circle in my life and who is in my core. Because if you show me your friends, I'll show you your future. Because as you choose your friends, you are choosing your future. You become like who you hang out with. There's this cool verse in Proverbs again, chapter 27, that says, as iron sharpens iron, so one person sharpens another. And I love it because it's like, if you want to sharpen iron, you need another iron to sharpen the iron. Like you need two. Like two is better than one. We are better together. And tonight, I want you to have iron friends, right? Like Iron Man friends. I want you to sharpen each other, help each other get better, help each other pay attention right now in service and not distract each other, help each other take notes and talk in small groups and have good conversations. But I feel like a lot of you want iron friends, but you're really like, you're a butter friend. You're just a butter friend. Imagine trying to sharpen iron with butter. No chance. I don't know if you know, but butter's really soft, okay? That's the analogy. I want you to have iron friends, and I want you to be an iron friend. But I think some of you are butter in here, and you're distracting, even right now, you might be distracting your friends, being a butter friend. But I want you to be iron friends. I want you to be iron sharpening iron, helping each other pay attention, helping each other take notes. Whenever you go to small group, pay attention because your small group leaders care about you so much. They want you to know who Jesus is, and they know who Jesus is. They can show you. And if you go to your small group leader and ask them the importance of friends, I guarantee you they will back me up and tell you that friends are so important. The group of friends that you choose to hang out with is one of the most important decisions that you can make in your life. Because it's impossible to live the right life with the wrong friends. It's impossible to live the right life with the wrong friends. So many of you are like, yeah, I want to love Jesus. I want to come to Praise Youth on Wednesday nights. I'm going to pretend like I'm paying attention, but the rest of the week, I'm going to do what everyone else is doing. I'm going to lie to my parents. I'm going to steal stuff. I'm going to send text messages and pictures that I know I shouldn't be sending. I'm going to be doing things that I know I shouldn't be doing. I'm going to be distracting during service. I'm not going to pay attention in small group. I'm even going to invite people to skip youth. Like, that's not the kind of friend that you want. That's a butter friend. And I want you guys to have iron friends and help each other sharpen and get better and learn more about Jesus. That's the kind of person that you want in your core circle. And tonight, maybe there needs to be a little shuffling happens, and you're like, all the iron people come in my core. I need like 2 to 4 iron people with me, all right? But maybe you got some butter in your core, and you're like, I'm on a butter-free diet, okay? You guys can just go out there in the bigger circles. Like, I'll still hang out with you. You don't have to, like, ghost everyone, right? I'll still hang out with you, but I'm not going to let you influence me like I'm going to let my core friends influence me. It's so crazy because this became real in my life whenever I was growing up. I had a friend who was, like, way smarter than me. We went to the same school. We played the same sports on the same teams. All the same things were the same. And throughout life, in high school, in middle school and high school, we had choices of which group we were going to hang out in. We had all the same friends growing up. We grew up on the same street. We rode to school together. We played in the same basketball team. Everything was the same, right? But then in middle school and high school, there were these groups of people that were asking us to hang out. And I was like, actually, no, I have these iron friends over here that I don't need any butter friends. Like, y'all smell like butter. I need some iron. I'm trying to get sharp over here. And I want you to know that my friend that grew up across the street from me, he was like, actually, look how much fun these guys are having. It's so awesome. He let the wrong people into his core friend group. And I just want you to know, right now, do you know where that guy is? This isn't always the case, but right now that guy's in jail. We grew up, everything in our lives was the same, except our friend group, right? Actually, he was way smarter than me. But what affected his life the most was his friends. It didn't matter how smart he was. It didn't matter how much money he was making. It didn't matter what his Instagram looked like. We didn't have Instagram then, but it would have looked pretty cool. What mattered the most was who he was hanging out with. Because when you choose your friends, you're choosing your future. And so tonight, all I want to do is help you choose better friends to be around you, encouraging you and leading you and helping you become better. Because what if you had friends in your life that Wednesday morning texted you and were like, It's Wednesday. I can't wait to go to youth. Have you read your YouVersion plan yet? Because we're doing a YouVersion Bible reading plan together. Because we know that youth group is not just Wednesday nights, right? It's cool to go to church on a Wednesday night, but I want a kind of friend that doesn't just go to church on a Wednesday night. They actually live it out. They prove that they love Jesus the rest of the week. Because anyone can come here on a Wednesday night and jump around and sit down for 25 minutes and then 25 more minutes in small group and then go play goggle ball and go home and be like, oh, I love Jesus. I went to church. That's easy. But I want you to have friends that are like, listen, there's a better way to live. There's a better way to live, and his name is Jesus. And so I'm not just going to care about him on Wednesdays. I'm going to care about him on Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday and Monday and Tuesday and then Wednesday and then all over again. Can you imagine if you had friends that encouraged you to read the Bible with them? Can you imagine if you had friends in your small group that were like, hey, actually, we have a lot of fun at Praise Youth, but we had fun at the beginning of service. What if we listen to our small group who wants the best for us? What if we listen to our small group leader who's trying to help us grow, who's trying to help us become more like Jesus? Because maybe you haven't realized it, but your small group leaders are older than you, right? Like, hello. But all that means is they've been where you are. They've all been through middle school. They've all been looking for friendships. And like, there's like the clique over here and this clique over here. And you're like, I don't know where I fit in. What do I do? How do I fit in with those people? No one will talk to me, but I really want to hang out with those people. They've been in those situations. I've been in those situations. Everyone growing up goes through those situations. Imagine if you had friends that are like, hey, let's pay attention in small group. Because our small group leaders have been there and they're trying to help us. What they're saying is helping us. What if you had friends that helped you and encouraged you to take notes? So you can talk about this message in small group. You know what? You can even talk about the message on Friday morning if you want. You can talk about it on Saturday morning because you wrote it down. So it's something you can actually learn about besides just tonight. You can grow with something that you write down. And if you're not writing it down, you're probably like me. We're like, I'm not going to write it down. I'll remember that. 30 seconds later, I'm like, where am I? What's happening? What did they just say? Listen, I was in middle school. I'm still that way, actually. But imagine if you had friends that took notes. And imagine if you had friends that encouraged you. Yes, that sounded bad for a second. Imagine, Praise Youth, imagine if you had friends where you're like, hey, I'm going through this really hard time. Something's happening in my family. Something's happening to me. Something's happening in my life. Can you pray for me? Imagine if you had friends in your core group that were like, I would love to pray for you. I'll be praying for you every single day. I'm praying for you right now. So I don't know about you, but I want that kind of friend in my life. And I want you to have that kind of friend in your life. And so tonight, Praise Youth, I want to encourage you, like Proverbs said, to choose your friends carefully. Because it might just feel like, I'm just hanging out with this person. But when you choose your friends, when you choose to hang out with someone, you're choosing your future. Like the rest of your life. Like who you are becoming is dependent on who you're hanging out with. Like it's totally related. They will affect who you become. I think it's cool because in my 8th grade year, JHigh did not have an awesome youth group like this, right? I was just feeling alone, all that stuff. But then I have like a million cousins. It's actually great. Me and a bunch of my dude cousins got together. We're like, listen, can we just like start hanging out more? Can we just like read the Bible? Because like we believe Jesus came to show us the best way to live. Like we believe that Jesus died on the cross for us and he loves us and he came back to life. And if you know someone that can say they're going to die on a cross and come back to life, and then they die on a cross and they come back to life, not because of someone else, but because of the own power that lives inside them, like I'm going with whatever that guy says. We're like, listen, let's help each other. So I had a core group of friends in my life that helped me to grow. And it didn't matter if I would go to church, if I would go to school and People be like, oh, you're that church kid. I'm like, yeah, I love Jesus. Will you come to church with me? Because I'm not ashamed to talk about Jesus. I had friends in my life who I knew already accepted me, so I didn't have to go looking for acceptance in other places and do stuff that I didn't really want to do to get accepted. Because I had core friends in my life that loved me and cared about me. We found this cool verse. It's funny now looking back at it. 1 Peter 2:17. We thought it was so cool. This is like our verse for our group. Honor everyone. Love the brotherhood. Fear God. Honor the emperor. We were like, yes, we love Jesus. Honor everyone. Okay, we're going to honor everyone. Love the brotherhood. The brotherhood. We are the brotherhood. We're like, fear God. Yes, God is number one. Everyone else is not. Honor the emperor. Like, I don't really know what that means, but yeah, honor the emperor. Like, that's the core group that I had in my life, and it changed my life for the better. And I want you to have that, Praise Youth. I want you to have a brotherhood. I want you to have a sisterhood. And maybe tonight you might feel like you're stuck in some relationships. Maybe you're stuck and you feel like you're stuck in some friend relationships. You're like, well, I can't leave. They'll be mad at me. Well, I can't leave. They'll judge me. Well, I can't leave. They'll talk bad about me. Well, if that's true, then it doesn't sound like they're actually your friend anyways. I want you to have a moment tonight where you can say, hey, small group, what if we started a brotherhood tonight? Boys, JHigh boys, what if you started a brotherhood tonight with all of your friends? Girls, what if you started a sisterhood tonight in your small group and said, hey, tomorrow I'm going to text you and be like, hey, I'm praying for you. I believe in you. This is what God says about you. Don't care about what the world says about you, because God is greater than the world. The world's never going to die for you. God died for you. So who is your brotherhood? Who is your sisterhood? So when you choose your friends, you choose your future. So can you guys stand up really quick? All right, I said stand up, not talk though. So we're about to go into worship. And what if tonight, what if we, thinking about who's in our life, thinking about who we let speak into our life, who's affecting our future, who's affecting who we become, I want us to worship together tonight as the family of God. We're going to sing amazing songs about Jesus. And I love that in the Bible, we're talking about friendships tonight. The Bible calls Jesus the friend of sinners. When we were enemies of God, He treated us as friends. He loved us. He cares about us. He's always there for us. And so tonight, as one brotherhood, as a sisterhood, as a JHigh family, I want us to respond to Jesus. And I want us to respond from our seats. So you guys stay in your seats. Don't worry about who's next to you. I want you to have a moment tonight and say, God, will you help me choose good friends to be in my life? Because I know that when I choose my friends, I'm actually choosing my future. And I want friends that will point me to Jesus, not away from Jesus. I want friends that will help me run to Jesus, not run away from Jesus. So God, we're so grateful that we get to come together. God, we get to sing songs about who you are. God, sing songs about what you've done. God, I thank you that you are a friend to sinners, which means you are a friend to me. God, tonight I pray that we can start building godly relationships with each other, godly friendships. God, would you bring core friends into every single youth's life in here? Iron friends that will help sharpen them and help them grow closer to you and learn about you. God, I thank you that you're such a good friend to us. We worship you and we praise you.